I heard that rich families like children who can speak Mandarin. My younger sister gets up at 5 every day to read along with the radio. But when the day came for the leaders to pick, my sister threw herself into the arms of a poor boy. Brother, will you choose me to be your sister? The person standing next to the extended Lincoln was stunned. Before coming, the director said he was the smartest kid in the orphanage. But since he had already made his choice, the G family wouldn't fight over it. He turned his gaze to me. Are you willing to come with me? I looked at the adoptive brother I spent my whole previous life with, expecting him to say something. But he tightly shielded my sister behind him. Don't come near me. It seems my sister isn't the only one who was reborn. Lu Xiao was too. In our previous life, facing the G family who came to adopt a child. And the destitute Lu family. My sister shoved me to the ground and rushed toward that extended Lincoln first. I don't want to live a poor life. Sister, you can suffer this hardship for me. She got her wish and lived the life of a rich family. But the smiles on her face grew fewer day by day. And 5 years later, she was kicked out of the house, dying tragically on the streets. Meanwhile, relying on excellent grades, I got into the best school and went abroad to study with my adoptive brother. With the blessings of our adoptive parents, my adoptive brother and I married, had children, and lived a happy and smooth life. Starting over in this life, this time my sister made the exact opposite choice. It just so happens I also want to live a different life. I looked at the man and nodded earnestly. I am willing. The next day, only a driver from the G family came. Get in the car, Mississippi. As she drove, she instructed me on the rules I should follow once we arrive at the G family. The car soon reached the destination. I followed behind the driver and walked into the palace-like luxury villa. Madam, I've brought her. The beautiful woman drinking tea on the sofa looked up. She waved at me. Come here. What is your name? Shuang. Very well. From now on you will be called Ji Shuang. Butler, take her upstairs. Yes. I followed closely behind the butler, pushing open the room door. A massive princess room appeared before my eyes. Miss, this will be your room from now on. Rest for a while. I'll come back later. After saying that, the butler left. I walked in and looked around. The environment was great. A deep sense of extreme excitement surged within me. It was obvious the G family wasn't stingy with me, their adopted daughter. In my previous life, without the support of a powerful family background, I relied on my own two hands, fighting step by step, just to live a life like this. In this life, entering the G family, with their support, I will definitely forge a path uniquely my own. Just as I was thinking, a few shouts came from behind. The door was suddenly thrown open, and a basketball hit my head. Hey, little country bumpkin, bring my basketball over here. I slowly turned my head. A boy who looked about my age, but much taller, appeared in front of me. He held his head high, looking arrogant and domineering. If I remember correctly, he should be the G family's only child. Ji Lingchuan loves extreme sports like racing and skydiving. A typical wealthy playboy, always slacking off, with absolutely no interest in the family business. In my previous life, an accident during a race caused his lower body to be crushed, paralyzing him for life. His temperament also became exceptionally violent. Hey, what are you standing there like an idiot for? Did you hear me? An impatient voice sounded by my ear. I snapped back to reality, picked up the basketball, and handed it to him. Here you go, brother. You're quite good at flattering people. You don't think you can get a share of the G family's fortune like this, do you? Saying that, he sneered and walked away. Over the next few days, I rarely saw Madame Ji. Ji Lingchuan was even more elusive. The butler took me around to familiarize myself with the place. The entire villa was exceptionally large. After the tour, he handed me a schedule. It was densely packed with various business management courses. This is your schedule from now on. Starting tomorrow, you will receive one-on-one corporate management training. Madam has arranged everything for you. You just need to study hard, and you will surely benefit in the future. How about it? Can you handle it? These were things from my previous life that I only encountered when my adoptive brother and I started our business. To be able to access them at just 15 in this life, of course I was happy. I nodded. Of course I can. A hint of surprise flashed across the butler's face, but he didn't say anything. As my classes progressed, Madame Ji even hired special tutors for me, but since I had already learned these things in my previous life, they were naturally a breeze. In just 1 year, I absorbed all the knowledge and applied it flexibly. The tutors Madame Ji hired kept praising me in front of her, saying I learned incredibly fast. Not only had I mastered all middle and high school courses, but I could even understand those obscure and difficult corporate management courses. I just sat quietly to the side listening. The tutor looked delighted. At this rate, she won't even need to attend high school. She can go straight abroad to study. But Madame Ji's plan wasn't like that. She wanted me to accompany Ji Lingchuan through high school and go abroad together, calling it taking care of each other. In reality, she wanted me to rein in that wild horse, Ji Lingchuan. Madame Ji gave the tutor a generous reward, and the way she looked at me gained a bit more approval. Come here. She pulled my hand and sat me down, handing me an admission notice. You've done well. Lingchuan's grades aren't improving. Help him out more. My requirements aren't high. Passing the minimum grade is enough. As soon as you graduate from high school, I'll send you both abroad. How does that sound? Thank you, mother. Madame Ji's eyebrows raised, clearly becoming happy, and she held my hand a little tighter. Good child. As a reward, she gave me a card. I got out of the car alone. Just a few steps in, a familiar figure appeared before me. It was Ji Yanfei. She was standing on the roadside under the hot sun, handing out flyers. The Lu family parents were very poor, scarcely able to spare any extra money. It was expected that she would be forced to work part-time to earn money. After all, in my previous life, that was how I lived too. During summer break, not only did I have to work 3 jobs a day, but I also had to balance my studies. And on top of that, I had to help my adoptive parents with various chores. They claimed on the surface to treat us equally, but in reality, they couldn't bear to let my adoptive brother do any work. I only found out much later that the reason my adoptive parents adopted me wasn't because they wanted a caring daughter, but because they wanted free labor. Hello, would you like to take a look at this? A flyer was handed to me, but when Ji Yanfei looked up and saw me, her voice abruptly stopped. Shu Aing, noticing the luxury goods on me and my well-maintained skin, a hint of jealousy flashed across her face, but it disappeared in an instant. You're living quite comfortably now, but don't blame me for not warning you. A place like the Ji family isn't for just anyone. Madam Ji is far scarier than you imagine. You'll find out soon enough. Oh, my flat response made her a bit angry. She started showing off her adoptive family. Uncle and aunt are so good to me. My days are very fulfilling. Brother even tutors me in my studies. Oh right, we were accepted into City No. 1 High School as an exception this year. City No. 1 High School, wasn't that the admission notice Madam Ji just gave me? Those who can get in all have extraordinary family backgrounds and status. Of course, some are exceptionally admitted due to outstanding grades. In my previous life, my brother and I were the ones exceptionally admitted. Ji Yanfei looked certain. Our lives will only get better and better, while you will die tragically on the streets. My lips twitched. I was just about to say something. Yanfei. Ji Yanfei looked delighted and threw herself into Lu Xiao's arms. Brother, why are you here? Lu Xiao handed her a lunchbox. Mom asked me to bring you lunch. It's too tiring under the noon sun. Why don't I stand in for you for a bit? It's fine, brother. I can handle it. The Lu family parents would rather grit their teeth to send Lu Xiao to expensive cram schools than let Ji Yanfei rest for a moment. In my previous life, I was exploited like this too. You've worked hard. Saying that, Lu Xiao noticed me standing to the side. Ji Yanfei introduced me. Brother, this is my sister Shu Aing. You've seen her at the orphanage before. Lu Xiao sized me up. His cold expression carried a hint of disgust. Stop associating with shady people. Let's go. After saying that, he pulled Ji Yanfei away. Brother, why are you being so fierce? What if you scare her? Silly sister. That person doesn't look like a decent girl at all. Stop associating with her in the future. Otherwise, who knows how she might secretly harm you? The piercing words reached my ears. A slight ripple formed in my heart, but not much. I used the card Madam Ji gave me to buy a ton of luxury goods. When I came out carrying a massive shopping bag, Ji Yanfei's face turned green. What are you acting so arrogant for? You're still going to die anyway. Unlike me and my brother, who will run a big company in the future. I laughed at her naivety and headed straight back to the Ji family with my bag. Actually, none of the things inside were bought for me. They were all for Madam Ji and Ji Lingchuan. When I returned, Ji Lingchuan was surprisingly at home. He sneered when he saw me. How long have you been in our family? And you've already learned to bring in loads of bags. Do you really think our Ji family's things are yours? Lingchuan, she's your sister. What kind of sister is she? I don't have a country bumpkin sister like her. It's embarrassing to even take her out. Ji Lingchuan had never gotten along with me. I didn't push my luck either, taking out gifts from the bags one by one. Mother, this is for you. I handed over the gift box. It was a sheer scarf. I also gave gifts to the butler and servants, who took care of me. On Madame Ji's face, I saw a sense of gratification different from usual. The butler and the other servants also looked flattered. Ji Lingchuan's face instantly dropped. You don't think you can buy people over with these gifts, do you? Who do you think you are? As if I didn't hear him, I took out the last gift. It was a race car model. Brother, this is for you. I heard from Mom that you like racing cars. I saw this at the mall and bought it. He was stunned for a moment and took it. Soon, it was the first day of school. I had originally prepared to take a taxi out. Unexpectedly, walking to the door, I saw the car parked there. A trace of secret joy flashed across my face, and I ran over. Brother. Ji Lingchuan impatiently pulled the car door open. Who are you calling brother? I told you, I'm not your brother. Stop dawdling. Hurry up. My time is very precious. I slowly agreed, and handed him the breakfast packed by the nanny. Mom said, 1 portion for each of us. An unnatural look flashed across Ji Lingchuan's face, but he still took it. Who cares about this breakfast anyway? It seemed Ji Lingchuan was quite at Sundara. Before getting out of the car, Ji Lingchuan didn't forget to warn me. Let me tell you, you're not allowed to say you're my sister at school, and absolutely don't expose our relationship. Otherwise, I won't let you off easy. After a series of warnings, he walked straight out of the car. The driver comforted me. Miss, don't mind him. Young master has been like this since he was a kid. I shook my head. It's fine. Saying that, I followed out of the car. Coincidentally, right at the school gate, I ran into 2 familiar figures. Lu Xiao was handsome and aloof, attracting the attention of many female students. The crowd surrounded him and Ji Yanfei in the middle. Hey, did you hear? He's the #1 student in the city brought into the school this year. Super impressive. And his sister is amazing too. Ranked 15th. I'm so jealous. I wish I had a brother like that. Based on my grades, I was assigned to class 1. Very coincidentally, I ended up in the same class as Lu Xiao and Ji Yanfei, while Ji Lingchuan was put in the very last class. As soon as I walked into the classroom, Lu Xiao and Ji Yanfei walked in right after. They were surrounded by a crowd. Ji Yanfei walked to my side with a smug look. What a coincidence, sister. I didn't expect us to be in the same class, but it makes sense. With the Ji family's power, arranging you in is a piece of cake. Unlike me and my brother, who had to work so hard to test in. Oh right, where is the Ji family's useless son? Knowing Madame Ji's personality, he must have been arranged in too, right? I was just about to speak when I was interrupted. Lu Xiao walked over. He looked at me with the same disgusted expression and pulled Ji Yanfei behind him. Sister, I told you to stop associating with her. Ji Yanfei muttered, pretending to be innocent. Brother, sister isn't a bad person. How do you know she isn't? The whole day's schedule was packed tight. I didn't have the energy to listen to their flirting. I took out my management materials and started reading. When class ended, Ji Lingchuan and I met up at the school gate as agreed to go home together. He originally didn't want to. It was forced by Madame Ji. Over the past few days, although he still looked reluctant, he would always bring me various snacks from the school gate. Looking at the small cake handed to me, I was stunned for a moment. I saw other girls in your class eating this. What, you don't like it? A hint of secret joy flashed across my face, and I took it. I like it. Of course I like it. For the next week, every day it was a different snack. Fries, fruits, and yogurt. We practically tried every food stall at the school gate. One semester passed, and our relationship gradually improved a lot. That day, just like usual, I eagerly rushed to the school gate, but didn't see his figure. I looked all over the campus, but couldn't find him. Just then, some murmurs reached my ears. Hey, did you hear? Ji Lingchuan made a bet with someone and is racing at the back mountain. Really? Yeah. The race should have already started by now. My heart skipped a beat. I finally remembered that in my previous life, Ji Lingchuan was also egged on by others and accepted a racing challenge. As a result, his sports car was tampered with. Coupled with the complex terrain of the back mountain, it led to a tragic car crash. Because he didn't receive timely medical treatment, it left him with paralyzed legs and a lifelong disability. No, it can't be like this. I ran towards the back mountain like a madwoman. By the time I arrived, the race had already started. A huge crowd surrounded the scene. Various cheers and screams were deafening. The sports car zoomed past my eyes, kicking up a cloud of dust. The next second, a massive crash echoed. That red sports car lost control right in front of me and slammed straight into the artificial hill. The crowd scattered like frightened birds. Brother, I rushed over. I was just a little bit away from pulling him out when a strong force hit me from behind. I was dragged back and fell to the ground. A ferocious face appeared before me. Is this your brother? I looked at the driver's seat, seeing Ji Lingchuan squeezed with no space to move. My heart pounded wildly. Quick, call an ambulance. My brother is dying. A huge slap playfully tapped back and forth on my face. Your brother offended me, and you still want to save him? Aren't you dreaming a bit too big? I pushed him away, slapped him back, and roared loudly. This is murder. It's against the law. I won't let you get away with this. I wanted to intimidate him with this, then hurriedly took out my phone to make a call. However, the next moment, the phone was snatched and thrown away. A fierce slap struck me. I was knocked to the ground. A foot stepped on my face. Little brat, who do you think you're yelling at? A massive wave of pain hit me. In a daze, I saw a familiar figure. It was Lu Xiao. I yelled with all my might. Brother, save me. I watched Lu Xiao walking this way. However, halfway there, he was grabbed by Ji Yanfei. Brother, what are you looking at? Let's not meddle in other people's business. Let's go. Those people are not to be messed with. I saw the expression on Lu Xiao's face turn from initial struggle to compliance. All right. He gave me a deep look, then turned and left. The man took a heavy hammer from the car. I've lived this long, and no one has ever dared to hit me. Today, I'll let you taste the price of that slap. He raised the iron hammer in his hand and swung it down. The moment the hammer fell, I closed my eyes. A muffled groan sounded by my ear. The pain I expected didn't come. I suddenly opened my eyes, only to see my brother shielding me. Drops of blood trickled from his mouth. I watched helplessly as Ji Lingchuan collapsed in front of me. I rushed forward and held him up. Brother, don't scare me. Wake up. The man looked fierce. He grabbed my hair and pulled me up. So loud, shut up. Believe it or not, also your mouth shut, so you won't be able to speak for the rest of your life. At this moment, anxiety overcame fear. I tightly gripped his hand. This is murder. It's against the law. I've already called the police. You'd better let us leave right now. Otherwise, before I could finish, my neck was gripped by a strong force. A feeling of suffocation washed over me. I couldn't speak and could only watch his face twist step by step. Calling the police? Who are you trying to scare? Even if you called the police, I'm not afraid. Today, I'll show you what happens to people who go against me. He curled his lips into a cruel smile. As his words dropped, he threw me aside. Then, he took big strides toward my brother and kicked him. My brother curled up on the ground. Ignoring my own pain, I rushed over and grabbed his leg. Using almost all my strength, I screamed, "Don't hit my brother!" But I still couldn't withstand his kick, sending me flying. If you tell me not to hit him, I won't. Where am I supposed to put my pride? Saying that, he waved his hand. His accomplices behind him swarmed up, surrounding my brother. Countless punches and kicks rained down. Glaring blood was spat onto the dirt. I stared at an iron pipe dropped on the ground, picked it up, and rushed forward. Get out of my way. I'll bash one down if I have to. I'll take down two if I can. Seeing me go crazy like this, they dodged. Until I scattered them, I couldn't care about anything else. Rushing up to pull my brother up. Large mouthfuls of blood poured from his mouth. My hands trembled uncontrollably. Brother, are you okay? Hang in there, brother. You definitely can't die. I'll get you out of here right now, thanks to regular exercise. At this moment, I actually didn't find my brother's weight to be a burden. I helped him up and struggled toward the exit. Just getting down to the mountain road to call a cab would be enough. I gritted my teeth, inching forward step by step. A shadow fell over my head. That group of people looked at me with bloodthirsty expressions. Where do you think you're going? Do you really think you siblings are leaving here today? The man waved the iron pipe in his hand. A fierce-looking man stepped out from the side. You hit our boss. And you want to leave? You didn't even ask for our permission. Even though in the year I've been with the G family, Madam G hired professional martial arts teachers to train me, making me face such a massive guy, and more than just one. I really had no confidence. A faint voice sounded by my ear. Don't mind me, you go quickly. My brother reached out, trying to push me away. This was also the first time in so long that I disobeyed his order. I held tightly to his waist. If we go together. I will never leave you alone. The sound of clapping rang out. The man's eyes suddenly became sharp. What a touching display of sibling affection. But it's time to end it. After saying that, he kicked out. Unprepared, I was kicked to the ground. My brother also fell to the floor. Those people slowly closed in. Steel pipes dragged across the ground, making crisp clanking sounds. Boys, get them. Whoever hits the hardest will be heavily rewarded afterward. As his voice fell, they leaped forward like savage beasts. Instinctively, I immediately shielded Ji Lingchuan, silently praying in my heart. Nothing can happen to him. Absolutely nothing. Accompanied by the screech of breaking tires, iron pipes hit the ground with a thud. The pain I imagined didn't come. Stop right there. Put your hands up. The police had arrived. They tightly surrounded my brother and me. Those who were triumphant just a moment ago scattered instantly like frightened birds. I grabbed the hem of a police officer's shirt, begging them to hurry and send my brother to the hospital. My brother's legs were already injured in the crash, adding to that the secondary trauma just now. If it was delayed any further, I feared I didn't dare to think about it anymore. Waves of chills surged in my heart. Only when the stretcher arrived, and I watched my brother be carried onto the ambulance, did my hanging heart finally settle. I fainted. When I woke up again, it was already the afternoon of the next day. As soon as I opened my eyes, I saw Madame G waiting by the bedside. Her eyes were red. She grasped my hand with an anxious face. Shuang, you're awake. Where is my brother? How is he? At the mention of Ji Lingchuan, Madame G started wiping her tears. Lingchuan, he was taken into the operating room. He's not out yet. Just as she finished speaking, the doctor came in and informed us that my brother had been wheeled out. Madame G and I rushed over almost at the same time. The doctor reassured us. Rest assured, you too. The patient's legs have been saved. It truly is a blessing in disguise. If it had been any later, I'm afraid those legs couldn't have been saved. For now, he just needs to rest quietly. Also, the patient suffered severe crush injuries to his back. Luckily, it didn't damage his spine. I breathed a sigh of relief. If Ji Lingchuan had really been left with lifelong ailments because of me, then my conscience would probably be unsettled for the rest of my life. Ji Lingchuan woke up 2 days later. Facing Madame G scolding, he didn't care at all. Instead, he turned his gaze to me. Sister, are you alright? This was the first time since I came to the G family that he called me sister. Not only me, even Madame G was stunned. What did you call Shuang? Ji Lingchuan repeated it again. Sister. I knew this meant they accepted me. Accepted my existence in the G family. I was no longer just a tool to assist Ji Lingchuan, but a complete, independent individual. She touched Ji Lingchuan's head and repeatedly instructed him. No more racing cars from now on. You just behave yourself and study hard with Shuang. As soon as you graduate from high school, I'll send you both abroad. Madame G had mentioned this no less than 3 times, but every time, Ji Lingchuan had impatiently refused. Yet this time, he obediently agreed. Okay, together with sister. At this moment, I firmly believed I had a family. I informed the police about how that gang tampered with my brother's car. Sentence continuation above. After some investigation, the truth finally came to light. Coupled with intentional assault, they were each sentenced for crimes of varying degrees. My brother held my hand, his gaze firm. Don't be so foolish next time. Going in single-handedly. You hear me? Okay. But whether it's next time or the time after that, facing the same situation and the same choice, I would still make it countless times over. For my brother. After my brother stayed in the hospital for 3 months, I applied for permission not to study at school. I took care of him for over 3 months, while also helping him catch up on his senior year knowledge. During the first month after my brother's recovery, he and I returned to school together. We managed to catch the first monthly exam. When coming out of the exam room, we ran into 2 faces we hadn't seen for a long time. Seeing me, Ji Yanfei was stunned for a moment. Sister, when did you come to school? I heard you were injured. Was it serious? I thought you had dropped out. In her exaggerated expression, I could see her taking pleasure in my misfortune. But I ignored her and just walked past them. Suddenly, Lu Xiao called out to me. He rarely looked at me without an expression of disgust. Shuang, are you okay? Remembering his helplessness and resolute look that day, I no longer had even a shred of past affection for him. I'm fine. Just as I was about to leave, he stepped forward to block me again, grabbing my hand. Just as I was about to break free, a school bag was thrown over, hitting Lu Xiao right on target. What are you doing? Getting handsy with my sister? Lu Xiao seemed like he wanted to say something. Ji Yanfei rushed up immediately, pulling Lu Xiao away. Brother, ignore them. Let's go. Lu Xiao kept looking back as he walked, until he disappeared from my sight. What kind of guy is that? If he dares get handsy with you again next time, you tell me. Ji Lingchuan gestured, miming a punch. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Alright, I'm fine. Let's go home. Sis, let me tell you, your brother's monthly exam results this time will absolutely leave everyone in the dust. I can definitely charge straight into class 1 and be your desk mate. Do you believe me? I believe you. You're so perfunctory. I'm not. I'm serious. I never doubted Ji Lingchuan's learning ability. He was smart to begin with. He just didn't want to study. During the past 3 months of tutoring, I could feel him improving bit by bit. Facts proved that my feeling was right. A week later, the monthly exam results came out. Ji Lingchuan really went from the bottom of the grade straight into the top 30, meeting the requirements to enter class 1, and my grades firmly remained at number 1 without much fluctuation. What surprised me was that Lu Xiao and Ji Yanfei, who previously held firm in the top 5. Both surprisingly fell out of the top 100. They were forced to be moved to class 2. Looking at the glaring numbers on the transcript, the jealousy in Ji Yinfei's eyes almost poured out. How is that possible? How could this happen? Ji Shuang, did you cheat? After being on leave for so long, yet taking first place in the whole grade. Who would believe that? And that Ji Lingchuan, he was supposed to end up a cripple. Why did he suddenly turn out like this? Not only is he fine, but he also scored so well. I don't believe it. You guys definitely cheated. Ji Yinfei acted like a madwoman, resolutely wanting to report us to the principal, to have them investigate thoroughly. No matter how Lu Xiao tried to stop her, he couldn't. Her sharp eyes locked onto me. Cheating will get you expelled. You're dead. Ji Shuang. Lu Xiao grabbed her, but she flung his hand away. You are my brother. You should be siding with me. Why are you siding with that bitch? Do you like her or something? Lu Xiao fell silent. Ji Yinfei nodded in feigned realization. Fine, just you wait. Saying that, she rushed out. Before long, Ji Lingchuan and I were called into the principal's office together. After an investigation, it was confirmed that we didn't cheat. And Ji Yinfei, because of spreading rumors and disrupting school order, received a disciplinary warning. Ji Yinfei went crazy. You can't punish me. It's obvious that they cheated. Are you all blind? How is that possible? Because of insulting school officials, she was ordered to drop out. The Lu family parents came, bringing gifts and pleading for mercy. Only then did they manage to get the punishment waived, allowing her to continue studying. However, because of her series of crazy actions, it had already spread all over the school. The campus was full of gossip about her. Even Lu Xiao, who always adored her, began to distance himself from her. Noticing this, Ji Yinfei started acting crazy again. Lu Xiao was mentally and physically exhausted by her. His grades plummeted drastically. He dropped consecutively from class 2 all the way to the worst class. He was even called in for a talk by the teacher, who said if he didn't focus his energy on studying, they would have to discipline him, and he would face the risk of expulsion. Learning of this news, Ji Yinfei went crazy again and went to make a scene with the teacher. She claimed the teacher had a crush on Lu Xiao and deliberately tried to guide Lu Xiao away from her. Finally, because she accidentally caused serious injury to the teacher, she was ordered to drop out. Listening to the gossip reaching my ears, the pen in my hand paused. A piece of cake was held out in front of me. Have a bite if you're tired of studying. Thanks, brother. I took the cake and ate it bite by bite. Outside the window, a noticeable gaze was cast my way. I turned my head and saw it was Lu Xiao. He had changed a lot after not seeing him for a while. He no longer had the cold, top student demeanor that classmates used to talk about. Only haggardness and desolation remained. I looked away, ignoring him, finished the cake, and continued studying. Approaching the college entrance exam, under Madam G's guidance, my brother and I both applied to universities abroad. Madam G told us we didn't have to take the college entrance exam. Once we passed their exams, we could go straight abroad. But my brother and I took it anyway, for no other reason than just wanting to experience it once more. The night the exams ended, everyone was cheering. My brother sneaked out of school and brought back a ton of delicious food. Take it back, distribute it among your roommates. Putting the stuff down, he ran off again. I carried the large bag of things, turned around, and saw a familiar figure standing in the shadows. 100 possibilities flashed through my mind until that figure stepped out of the darkness. It was Lu Xiao. He had lost a lot of weight. His eye sockets were sunken. His expression looked a bit exhausted. How did your exam go? Are we familiar enough to be asking about exam results? If I recall correctly, he had always looked at me with an inexplicable disgust before. Silence fell in the air. Only after a good while did he speak again. Shuang, don't you remember me? At this moment, I finally realized that he was also reborn, or at least had memories of his past life. I originally wanted to help you that day, but then I was pulled away by Yinfei. A few days later, I heard the news that you had temporarily dropped out. I was really worried about you. Since then, I began having strange recurring dreams. I dreamt that my family adopted you from the orphanage. You became my sister. I dreamt that we went abroad to study together. I dreamt that we got married. I dreamt that you told me you wanted to be with me for the rest of your life. His voice got softer and softer until it was barely audible. His eyelids drooped too. Suddenly, he raised his eyes to look at me, his voice rising sharply. Shuang, I wasn't dreaming, was I? Those were all things that really happened, weren't they? We lived together once, started a business together, got married and had children. His emotions grew agitated. I interrupted him. What are you talking about? I am Ji Lingchuan's sister, the daughter of the Ji family. We don't know each other. Don't come looking for me again. Saying it all in one breath, I walked past him and hurried upstairs. He called out to me once, Shuang. I ignored him and just walked straight away. Later I heard from my roommates that he waited downstairs the whole night. Shuang, what's the situation between you and him? I kept a cold face. I don't know him. The next day, I packed my things and left. The Ji family's car pulled up downstairs to pick me up, taking along the youth and memories of these 3 years. I left that place the day the college entrance exam results were released. My brother and I had also been smoothly admitted to the same university abroad. At the same time, my college entrance exam score ranked first in the whole city. My brother ranked 5th. Madam G was very happy and threw an 18th coming of age party for me and my brother. In September, we embarked on our journey to study abroad. The day of our flight, I saw Lu Xiao outside. His gaze carried deep longing. I ignored him and kept walking forward. I heard people discussing in a group chat, saying Lu Xiao underperformed this time and only got into an ordinary college. Ji Yinfei's exams were a complete disaster too, not even reaching the minimum score line to apply for colleges. Everything was heading in a direction exactly opposite to my past life, yet unusually similar. The plane took off. I flew